Hello and greetings from Percentilers. My name is Mayank, and here I am bringing to you a new series of CAT 2020 complete and diverse video solutions. And we are starting with the quantitative aptitude of slot 1. We have classified the videos unit wise, like all the questions of arithmetic will be discussed first, then of algebra, then of modern math, then of geometry, etc. etc. So not only will you be able to see the complete and diverse video solutions of all the questions, but also you will be able to understand importance of each section of each unit, and you will be able to assess as to how many questions from each unit came. We will also be providing you with as many different solutions to a question as possible, so that you can understand the gravity of and the interconnection between the concepts, and can take the maximum advantage of the video. All right, so let us start. So this is the first video of slot 1, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. arithmetic questions, video 1. First question. Please pause the video, read the question and give it a try. Okay, so as you can see that this is a theta question, no options. And this question is meant to be a theta question, because just imagine if such a question is given with options, then the entire spirit of the question dies, because you can just immediately try the option and figure out what would be the answer. What happens in this question, if the head number is given, it is very easy to go down the process and find out the final number. But if the final number is given, then it becomes a little tricky for a lot of people to go all the way up. So in the absence of options, I will be solving this question using two methods. One, algebraic, which comes to the mind in the first place, and to make it short and crisp, let us understand that it is the remaining number of toffees that we have to deal with every time. See, the remaining stock. So every time the remaining stock of toffees is dealt with, and finally also after the 5 kids have taken their share of toffees, the remaining number of toffees was 0. So we are most interested in the remaining number of toffees. So the first solution, which is the algebraic method. So we know what is done in algebraic method. The first step is let x be the total number of toffees. Now what I'm going to do, you might need to slow it down to pause the video and understand it completely. So x was the total number of toffees, then it was halved, and then one more was taken. So this is the remaining number of toffees after the first kid has taken his share. Now every time the remaining number of toffees, half is done and one is subtracted. 2 kids, half is done, one is subtracted. 3 kids, half is done, one is subtracted. 4 kids, and again half of this is done and one is subtracted. And this is the remaining number of toffees after 5 kids, and which is actually 0. So if you just open one bracket at a time, all this will be equal to 2. Let us just write it like this will be equal to 2, and then added 1 and then doubled. So after doing all of this, you will get x is equal to 62. Well, easier said than done. When you do it, it will take you a good 4-5 more steps to be able to find out the answer. Now this is a solution which is theoretically there, but practically I would not encourage you to go about this solution. First, because people are not able to think like this, especially when they are looking at this question for the first time. Okay, what else do we have? Other is the logical solution, arithmetic or logical solution. So because before I discuss the logical solution, I would first like to bring your attention to one thing, that suppose there are 100 coins and you divide them equally, and then you transfer one coin from left to right. Now here it's left 49 and here it becomes 51. You transferred one coin, but the difference is of 2, not of 1. So if you transfer 2 coins, the difference will be of 4 coins between the two entities. If you transfer 10 coins, the difference will be of 20 coins, and so on. So if you transfer x coins, the difference will be of 2x coins between the two entities. Now keeping this in mind, let us try to make a small tree, a small flow chart of the entire solution. So this be the total number of toffees, and first kid took his share, then there was remaining, then for the remaining again 2 parts was done. Second kid took his share, then there was a remaining. Okay, then again 2 parts were done. Third kid took his share, then again there was a remaining. Then fourth kid took his share, then again there was a remaining. And after fifth kid took his share, there were 0 left. So now that you know that every time there was a number of toffees, they were divided into two halves, and then one toffee was transferred from right to left. So like if there were 10 toffees in the beginning, 5 were divided, and then from the remaining, one more was transferred. So the difference between the kid's share and the remaining would become 2. Taking the advantage of this, so if 0 toffees are left over here, the last kid must have taken two toffees. So the total before this stage was 2. I hope you understand. If there were 2 toffees, the kid must have taken 1 toffee first because he had to take half, and then 1 more. So he took all the 2 toffees and the remaining was 0. So every time we get this number in the box, we have to add 2 to it because of this theory. So we will get the total every time: 6, 8, 14, 16, now 30, 32, 62. The answer to the question becomes 62, as simple as that. So I hope the solution works for you. So moving on to the second question. We'll be doing this question in many different ways. Now the first way again is the most popular one, is the most basic one, self-explanatory one, the one that comes to the mind of every person automatically. So let the purchase price of desktop be D and that of the laptop be L. Okay, so we have an equation already: D plus L is equal to 50,000, and then we know what is 2% of 50,000. 2% of 50,000 is 1,000. So second equation we'll be making in terms of profit. So 20% profit on the desktop and 10% loss on the laptop will let you have an overall profit of 1,000 rupees. So these two equations are going to give you the value of D and L. Rewriting the second equation, we can write 2D minus L is equal to 10,000. So if you just solve these two equations, you'll be able to figure out the price of desktop, which will be 20,000 if you find, and that of the laptop is 30,000. You can quickly check your answer. So what is 20,000? Sorry, what is 20% of 20,000? It is 4,000. And what is 10% of 30,000? It is 3,000. So this is profit, this is loss. If you subtract, you get 1,000, which is absolutely right. 1,000 had to be the profit. So this is our equation method. Up to you. Okay, since I had promised you to not only solve the question but solve them with as many methods as I know and as feasible over here to discuss. So alternatively, a second method is alligation, and alligation itself can be done in 2-3 ways. So first, I would say let's do alligation in terms of profit percentage. So desktop, there was a 20% profit, laptop there was a minus 10% profit, and overall there was a 2% profit. If you apply alligation, you are going to get a ratio of 2:3. Now this ratio, as we know, is always the ratio of weights, and the role of weight here is performed by the cost price, the purchase price of desktop and laptop. So you can understand, the higher the weight, the higher the cost price, the higher the profit or the loss. So from here we get, if you divide 50,000 in the ratio 2:3, you get 20,000 and 30,000, and this way again you get the answer: purchase price of desktop is 20,000 rupees. Okay, here also we got purchase price of desktop B to be 20,000 rupees. So this was allegation done in one way. We can also do allegation taking amount of profit. The entire the 20% profit was made on the entire cost price of 50,000. Then the overall profit would have been 10,000 rupees. What if on entire CP of 50,000 rupees there was a loss of 10%? Then there would have been a loss of 5,000 rupees. Overall, there was a profit of 1,000 rupees. If you do the allegation, you find again the ratio of 2:3. So profit was made on desktop. So if you again 50,000 in the ratio 2:3, you'll get 20,000 and 30,000. So again, the price of the desktop will be 20,000. You can also apply allegation in terms of SP. Okay, so if the entire 50,000 was sold on profit, the SP would have been 60,000, and if the entire 50,000 was sold at loss, the SP would have been 45,000. And finally, overall actual SP was 51,000 with 2% of profit. So again, you will get a ratio of 2 is to the profit CP was 20,000 rupees. So these are the 3 ways in which you can apply allegation. So allegation is a one way, and allegation itself can be done in 3 ways, as you saw. So 2 methods we have discussed so far. One is equation, other is allegation. Then I have a very unique and very rarely used method, but it's very effective method. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to assume this 50,000 rupees to be 50 items, each of 1000 rupees. Okay, so I know that there were only two items, desktop and laptop, but let us go like this. So if this, so on the whole, so according to this, the actual profit was 1000 rupees. Okay, now how I'm going to start. I will not use allegation, I will not use any XYZ algebra, anything. How I'm going to do is, what if the entire 50,000, what if all the 50 articles all at loss, what if all the 50 articles were sold at loss, then we would have made a loss of 5000 rupees, because there was 10% loss. So all 50 articles sold at loss. In the end, I want a profit of 1000 rupees, which means that I have to add 6000 rupees. How? I will replace one item from loss to profit. Okay, I'll turn one item from loss to profit. Okay, so if I do one item, so 1000 rupees was the cost price of each item, and 100 rupees was the loss. Now, if you turn it into profit, you will start getting 200 rupees. So there is a turnaround of 300 rupees. Okay. So on each item, if you turn each item from loss to profit, you are fetching 300 rupees. You are turning 300 rupees, and you have to turn 6000 rupees. Okay. So 300, how many times will make 6000 rupees? 20 times. So 20 items you want profitable. Okay, hence profit is made on 20,000 rupees, and you know profit was made on desktop, so the price of the desktop would be 20,000 rupees. Now guys, I can understand if you don't find this solution to be very clear or very easy over here, because you have not learned this technique. You are only looking at a solution provided by somebody. Okay, in our classes we do spend a lot of time on this, and we teach thoroughly how to do all the mixture questions on your tips, on your fingertips, without even writing any. Anyway, to each your own. There are three solutions given for this question. So this would be the end of the video one. Thank you so very much. Keep watching the space for the solution of all the questions. So coming up soon. So in the video two, we will be discussing other arithmetic questions. Thank you so very much, guys. This is Mayank Raj Singh signing off.